Hello everyone, welcome back to the tavern. This is it. We're at the last epic saga as of right now, which I think was called at least the Underworld, which there's only 3 songs for this one, but I've heard that this one is huge. So I'm kind of looking forward to kind of listening to this and giving like the analysis of everything that has been released up to this point, at least with Epic the Musical. I am sure there will be others that will be released, and as they get released, I'll make sure to put in my own reactions and push forward, since I've loved doing this series so far. It has been a lot of fun going through and super analyzing everything, and just having the community kind of talk along with me to help me and to help each other kind of understand other aspects of this, because that is really the joy of music. We talk and analyze and have our own theories and opinions on what the original interpretation of everything was, and it's wonderful. And these animatics, like these wonderful artists who have brought these to life in another way, also deserve a lot of credit from here. It has been easier to see potentially what the original composer's intent was as we kind of went forward from here. Always with the other videos, feel free to comment below your own theories, thought processes, things you've noticed that maybe I overlooked, because there's supposed to be a lot to unpack with this one. I'm also looking for other things to react to, so if you all have any music suggestions, whether it's from musical aspects like this, video games, movie soundtracks, whatever it might be, that's a little off the beaten track, I would love to end up listening to and reacting to it. I have a lot of things planned for the future, and I really just want to thank you all, as well as my mod and my manager, which I'm sure their sprites are appearing down here, and if I could like bring them up here, I 1000% would, but they were the ones who brought me onto this path here, and I wouldn't be anywhere I was without them too. So thank you, Mala, thank you, Ruby, for everything. Let's go ahead and see what the Underworld has in store for us. I am super curious to see at least up to the current story of what we've gotten so far. So I might be starting and stopping this one a lot more than normal, at least from what I've been told. But we'll see. We'll see. Like, I'm super curious with where the Underworld is going to take Odysseus and his crew at this point. Yeah, let's just have some fun.
Friends, Cersei's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear, full speed ahead until we find the
bringing full speed ahead and back immediately. Okay.
This line confuses your mind, so no matter who we find, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. Good.
So that whole thing there immediately was just a callback to like 3 different motives, and that's really cool. I mean, who knows what's gonna... They're looking for a prophet, obviously, based on what Cersei's instructions were, and damn, just let's start this off strong immediately by bringing back full speed ahead near the beginning of the journey, and bringing back the original dun 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 dun, like it just majorly slowed down. And I've heard at least like 3 of these motives kind of appear like forever, and having this boom 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 seems to be the danger motive as well. So you put a lot of things together for there automatically, with the guitar being the major part of giving that dun 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 dun, and all of the chorals going into there immediately. Wow, talk about like combining every single thing together that we've heard so far since like the first part of this. That was eerie, and we have it all in a minor key, because again, Underworld with all the and I talked briefly about this during the last part of Cersei's last part of the Cersei saga. A lot of what the Underworld themes are probably going to be a lot more minor than what we've heard. There might be a lot of reverse melodies and stuff, so this was a heck of a way to at least put the journey to get to the Underworld, like, immediately over there. That's powerful. Holy cow. I want to listen to that again.
Friends, Cersei's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear,
this is so cool. Put all of them together. Oh.
My comrades, this line confuses your mind, so no matter who we find,
They can't trust anyone in the underworld.
Speed ahead until we find the prophet. Good.
That's so cool. Oh man, that's starting out intense already.
I hear our screams every time I dare to
There's your
close
heart
my
pulse again.
eyes. I no longer dream, only nightmares of those who died.
Actually, it's just all being done through that chord progression again. Ba that we hear it all at the beginning again. Bum 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 bum. So if they're talking about like with the original Full Speed Ahead, this was about the crew starting on their new journey from there. He didn't lose Odysseus didn't lose anyone at all from the first fight in Troy. So maybe these reintroducing this Full Speed Ahead motive in this kind of like slowed down in minor key from here, which is the exact opposite of how it initially was, could be maybe Odysseus encountering like maybe the spirits of the people that once served under him or something, or at least that's what the visuals seem to go from there, and the screams of just all the dead. That's such a cool way to immediately go into this. Oh, that's creepy. A lot of this is going to probably feel very uneasy, which I think is the fun part about it. Yeah, we saw that same motive, though, being done with the choirs. So, I mean, a lot of times in mythology, I'm going to keep stopping this a lot, choirs also represent, like, the dead. So this is, like, the choirs potentially trying to scream out. I mean, the section, obviously, you can probably see it down there, says scream, and that's kind of influencing me a little bit, too. But hearing that, and again, reverse with the animatics, so it's beautiful there to kind of combine both of those. But it's, oh man, like, having this reverse part here is beautiful and phenomenal, and it excites me. And having all this in a very deep, dark minor key with the choral, with the choir in the background is haunting. Music like that gets very haunting when you hear choirs in the background singing in this minor progression that we had from such optimism before to just dread. It's so cool. I love it.
All I hear are screams every time I dare to close my eyes. I no longer dream, only nightmares of those who died. Nothing's what it seems. And here in the underworld, the past seems close behind. This land confuses your mind.
Wait a minute. In the background, dun, 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 dun. That is the exact same motive that the baby had the very beginning, just done with a chime bells instead. Almost like church bells-esque in that. I mean, again, all of these bells, hearing hearing for the tolls, that is all themes that Underworld has used in like previous medias to represent how the underworld like aspect. Bells, choirs, this is, you know, you're going to a dark place, and if all you can hear is the screams of the damned, it's perfect. Oh god.
Nothing's what it seems. And here in the underworld, the past seems close behind. This land confuses your mind. When does a man become a monster?
We're going back to the initial themes of the beginning. Oof.
Who died under your command? Captain,
Oh.
Captain, why would you let the Cyclops live when ruthlessness is mercy? All I hear are screams.
That is so... This is the ultimate test, like, for Odysseus at this point, going through... I'm assuming this is the River Styx that he's doing. I could be wrong on that one, but, like, wherever he might be in the underworld, again, this is just more speculation than anything, but bringing back all of the themes from the Troy saga and the Cyclops saga with with his crew, pretty much the crew that died from the Cyclops, saying, why did you not avenge us? This is crazy. And again, it's going back to the original. You hear the theme of the Cyclops like singing in there, except done by the crew instead. And there's so many returns to this, and it's giving me chills just listening to this. I'm like, oh yeah. You just heard you heard that by itself from there. That's so cool. The amount of callbacks that they've done in here. You can really hear the cruise scene, the Cyclops theme comes back. The when does a man become a monster theme that appeared back in the Troy saga. I have a feeling that this whole Underworld thing is just going to, at least with him traveling there, might end up just being original motives of all the hardships that the crew had faced from there, and whoever else might have died under him. Oh, I wonder if are we gonna see the other main character who died on here? I bet we're going to. They're probably going to do that too. I hate this. Oh, but I love this, but I hate it.
Does a man become a monster? 558 men who died under your command, Captain.
Oh god, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Like 558 men died in this journey so far, this 12-year journey that Odysseus has taken so far, which is nuts. He started out with 600, not losing a single person, to only having, oh my gosh, my math is terrible. 600 minus 558, 42 left? Yeah, 42. Like only having a crew of 42 left, that's terrible. Like, I understand the guilt and regret that I'm sure Odysseus feels. Like, he could have avenged them through the Cyclops, but so many have died under his command at this point. I wonder if the Poseidon theme's going to come back too then.
Does a man become a monster? 558 men who
this is creepy.
your command.
Oh.
Captain, why would you let the Cyclops live when ruthlessness is mercy? All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who die. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. But in the underworld, the past seems close behind.
Wow. All the visions of everything.
Thinking of the infant from that night.
This life is amazing.
No, they can't do this. They can't bring everything back. No, I can't. No, this is gonna make me cry. No. Oh, they can't bring back Open Arms to this too. No. Oh God. Like the reference to the infant at the beginning, and now going back to the Life is Amazing theme. Oh my gosh, I can't. Oh, I literally have goosebumps all over me. Like just from there, the existential dread that Odysseus must be feeling as he's having to relive everyone that's either died under his command or that he's killed. Like, you can't bring this character back. Please don't do this, because Open Arms is one of my favorite ones out of this, and you bring this fucking theme back? Oh, God, why? Okay, I'm good.
I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
This life is
I can't.
With open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place
This guy's name is Pelodius or something, right? Hold on.
we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart.
Come on, give me the name.
With open arms.
Yeah, Pelodius.
We face, we'll be fine.
Like, Pelodius in this journey was such an optimism, and then after he died through the Cyclops, it got so much worse. So having Pelodius's theme come back here is just, considering that was my favorite out of all of them, I actually have tears in my eyes. This is intense. Holy shit, this is beautiful. It's sad.
No matter the place where we can light up the world, here's how to start. Greet the world with open arms. Greet the world with
Oh, I can't. Oh.
That voice. It can't be. Mom?
No.
Odysseus, when you come home, I'll be waiting. Even if you're the last thing I see, I'll be
I'm right here, Mom. Can't you see? I'm waiting. I took too long.
So now they even throw Odysseus' mother at this, and I knew this was gonna happen because of like how the story goes from here. But like, oh, putting the original like life is amazing thing and putting it in this melody line here, just to oh, I can't I'm actually like. I wish my stream deck wasn't dead right now because I'm actually like I'm teary from this, like with how daunting the vocals are from here and just remembering all the journeys and like I can't imagine the suffering that Odysseus must be feeling right now and being done with the original with like a piano theme from over there, and that's all it is. It's an isolated piano with putting that minor heart drenching thing on there. It just it's I'm speechless. Okay, I'm gonna listen to this probably uninterrupted at least until they get past this part, just so I can like somehow wrap my mind around this because I'm like this is making me emotional, and that's probably only because my only relationship with my family is so strong that I can't even imagine. Like okay, reap center yourself, Suno. You got this. Oh my gosh, like oh. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna try to listen to this without like bawling. Jesus. Oh.
That voice. It can't be. Mom?
Odysseus, when you come home, I'll be waiting. Even if you're the last thing I see, I'll be
I'm right here, Mom. Can't you see? I'm waiting. I took too long.
I'll always love you.
And ventured too
I'll stay
far while you were
waiting, waiting.
Bye, Mom.
Holy shit. Hold on a minute. I need a minute. Oh. Oh. This is what I really wish my emotional crap doesn't come out this much. All right, hold on. Okay, I need to recompose myself for a second. The chords, the progressions in there, just the melody line kind of hit me for some reason. Like a lot of those what you heard goes back to kind of like the religious aspects of music. You just have the like serenade of the piano along with the like high string parts, which it's kind of like a sending song, I guess is the best way to put it. Like that particular thing is what you would normally hear at a funeral, and the fact that they kind of put that in with the relationship there is tough. Like it brings me back to the ones that I'm thinking about at this point, and okay, I normally don't like cry when I'm recording. Holy shit! Like we've all gone through a lot of loss, and that's normally the kind of progression that we hear when we resort to a funeral or anything like that. So that's powerful there. Like, Odysseus has known that he's been gone for too long. Like, how many people have probably passed away? Obviously, his mother's gone. If he met her in the underworld, and it's just not, it's the he only has like part of his crew left, plus Penelope and Thaddeus back at home, and that's it. Like, this is the last haunting thing for him to get through the underworld, and just having that beautiful melody. It's hard not to get emotional through there. He's just sort of thinking about your own loved ones, and that's the power of music from there. It can break down a person way too much, and I am doing the best I can not to lose it, because I still have like 2 other songs to go through here, but bringing back all the motives from everything, and then introducing what the mother pops forward there is oh, do 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 do, and you still have those same 4 progressions that have been introduced from the beginning with. All this is based off of Full Speed Ahead. Like, it's a callback to there, just in a minor key, since that was about the joy of the adventure, the about meeting these new people, and just taking that and making it go the way it is highly emotional, and it's just, music can make us cry, and that one hit me hard. That one hit me very hard. Let me finish this, and now I'll finish my thoughts of this. Like, holy shit. That's rough. That is rough. Wow. Oh. Mal, he might need to cut some of this out, because I'm having trouble right now. Hold on. I need, like... Oh. That was powerful. Like, taking Full Speed Ahead, putting it in a minor key, using the voices of the dead, and the stereotypical things of the river Styx, with not only the chimes, but taking the progression heard back with the prophets a long time ago and mashing it all into one, and then reminding Odysseus of Pelides' death, Pelides' message, and then popping his own mother. Just, it's strong. It's strong, and the underworld is about your. Again, the lyrics say it all. The past is not far behind you, and this is a strong reminder of everything that he has sacrificed to try to get back home, and it's tough. It's tough, and the music is simple yet complex, because you're only using the 4 chords that were introduced at the beginning, and layering all of the instruments onto there from immediately with the beginning of the Full Speed Ahead, the screams of the underworld with the chimes of entering the underworld coming through, and just reminding us of those we've lost. And I think that's what it is. This isn't about, well, yes, ultimately this is about reminding Odysseus that with everything that he has sacrificed to get up to this point, all the lives that have been lost because of this, but the major thing is this reminds the audience, especially with the way that it's given, of people they may have lost on their journeys. We're all on some type of spiritual, emotional journey. Like, that's what life is, and this hits those chords to remind us of those we might have lost, and that's powerful. And that's really what the underworld's supposed to depict. This is like perfect from there, and using all the conventional means of what we hear within most media of loss, and trying to get past that, and combining that with the instrumentation of what you would normally hear and represent with the underworld, the chimes, the minor key, the choirs. It strikes a nerve. It strikes a very emotional nerve for a lot of people, and I see why this is the first one that's made me cry. I had to stop for like a minute or two so I could recompose myself. That's how powerful this is. Holy, Holy cow! If the whole Underworld Saga is like this, I am going to have problems. But we'll see. All right, no longer you. No longer you. Let's see what we got with this. Is this gonna be him meeting the prophet? I guess. Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right.
I am the prophet.
Yep, immediately.
With the answers you seek. Time, I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free.
Okay. Bum 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 bum. I think I hear. It's not a harp. It is a type of piano, like on the bottom there. So I'm trying to think of what the prophet was human. Are they trying to represent humans by like standard instruments, and then gods and goddesses by like more, I say mythical, even though the harp is technically a mythical instrument. But we have this bum 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 bum. It's the same four chords that were used before, and I'm sure we're just going to be singing minorly the entire time. It is very eerie. Yep, same progression.
I am the prophet with the answers you seek. Time, I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free.
Ooh.
There is a world.
It's a building up. Okay.
You get home, but that's not a world I know. What? I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand.
Oh.
I see you on the brink of death. I see you try a final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
Ooh, so they're doing this in a so unlike a lot of these pieces that have been very intense or waltz like, this is done in a 2/4 pattern instead, which 2/4, especially when it's done, or no, 6/8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6/8. Whenever you have any type of like, this is called triple meter within most music. Most music, if you think of like a march or something, that's considered duple. But with triple, normally if you're not doing it in a waltz, which this is totally not a waltz, it's supposed to be slow and menacingly, and with the voice just kind of like floating up there, like a lot of prophets would be from there, showing Odysseus a potential path for him to get home. I mean, they talked about a betrayal there. As things get more intense, the voice will get higher, the instruments will get louder, but we're still using that same 4-chord progression that's happened. I wonder if that's, I'm going to call that the Underworld's progression, as I'm wondering if we're going to keep working for this one, which honestly is the same is the danger progression. That's the danger progression, because the Cyclops had that progression at the beginning. The monster progression right at the Troy Saga also had this, so maybe this is, a lot of people have been talking about a danger progression, and I'm betting you this 4 chords from here, da 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 da, that melody line might be the danger melody, because I kind of hear that a little bit. Let me go back to the prophet, at least starting to see if I can hear that melody in there.
Time, I've unlocked it.
It might just be like a variation of it.
Running free. There is a world where I help you get home, but that's not a world.
Sure. Once we get into the main chorus, I'm wondering.
I see a song of past romance.
Yeah, it's kind of there.
I see the sacrifice of man.
It's very convoluted, but it is there. It's very much there. It's haunting. The melody is so haunting there.
To make it home alive, but it's no longer you. This can't be. We've suffered and sailed through the toughest of hells. Now you tell us our efforts for nothing. I see your palace covered in red.
Oh, that's shivery.
Faces of men who had long believed you're dead. I see your wife with a man who is haunting, a man with a trail of bodies. Ooh! I see a song of past romance.
This is like intense from here, because as you can feel Odysseus's anger coming up as soon as Penelope is mentioned with another man, and I have a feeling like the prophet's like, this is going to be you, you're going to come back changed or something like that. But it's going with that same kind of, like, whenever prophets are introduced in any type of media, a lot of times it is this haunting kind of melody that you hear them. It's almost like ghost-like that you hear, always going up and then down, and just hearing the simplicity of the melody, or of really like the chord progression, just build up and get more complex and complex. And I bet you really at this last part here is, because I thought I heard a little bit of organ. When you hear organ, that means they are climaxing this to be like, this is who this betrayer is going to be, the one who steals Penelope, and it's probably going to be like, this is going to be you, Odysseus. This is the future I see for you. Unless you do something. I don't know. Maybe you become the monster you've not wanted to become. I don't know. I'm kind of guessing, but let me go back and see how this resolves.
I see your wife with a man who is haunting.
It's haunting. It really is. But that's how prophets work, so.
Of bodies. Ooh! I see a song of past romance.
That organ.
I see
Oh.
the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death.
Ooh.
I see you try your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
Oh, the build-up. The build-up to that. It's haunting. Oh, this... Oh, that is so haunting for there. So, like, again, whenever you're talking about prophets or anything like that, there's certain musical cues that go from here. There are two massive medias that were coming to my mind while listening to this. One was Night on Bald Mountain, with the intensity of kind of it, because this is Night on Bald Mountain-ish. Obviously, Night on Bald Mountain is a lot, like, more intense in this with the way it builds up, and it sounds a lot more sinister. But when that organ line comes into the end there to be like, hey, the person that seems to be changed is you'll make it home, but you're gonna probably make it home alone, is what I think the prophet is implying from this, which is even scarier at that point. Like, you're gonna be a changed man. Good luck with that. And when the realization hits is when those chords are so lush and menacing and the loudest they are. This is an entire build up. This is like 2 minutes and 50 seconds of music building up. You start it being like, oh, I've seen, like, you start at the beginning with it being very gentle, very mysterious. Then as we start, like, talking more about how the journey goes, you start noticing it's getting a little bit more on the higher pitch. You hear a couple more of the lower instruments coming through. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And then as it gets more intense, you start hearing more of the melody line getting a little bit more reflected, with a lot more complex, like, 16-note runs put into there. And then as it pushes forward and forward, and when you get to that climax of just the organ coming in, this is the climax right here. And the organ is just playing so many notes within the same progression that it's giving that intensity, that the realization of what's happening is gonna happen. And when the choirs come in, it's a build-up, it's a build-up, it's a build-up. Night on Bald Mountain does this constantly. When Chernobog comes out from when Fantasia did it, and it's just, and then the realization is when the whole chords are as strong as they can be, to the point where it's so slow with the same chords, and then when it finally resolves in this minor, intense key, and you see it on Odysseus' face in this animatic, it is like it's a gut punch. It's a gut punch to emotions, and I feel that's a lot of what this whole saga has been. It's been nuts. It's been nuts. But that's how Night and Bald Mountain does their music, so this is a very... this whole thing seems to be very romantic-esque music, and that's like my favorite genre of music as it is. My god, Tchaikovsky did a lot of this. Murdigeski did a ton of music like this. Shostakovich, like it's beautiful with these massive choirs. This also reminds me a lot of Dive to the Heart for Kingdom Hearts things, seeing like Dark Side come up and then having this kind of choir-esque thing come into here. I can't remember what the Kingdom Hearts song was called for when you do the Dive to the Hearts, but this is exactly what this is. This is a dive into Odysseus' heart. God, I'm bringing Kingdom Hearts back into this. This is terrible, but it's beautiful music. It is, with how Underworld made me sad, No Longer You makes me feel very bad about this, and with the third song being Monster, flash warning by the way, friends, I'm wondering how they're going to conclude this. I'm scared, but I'm intrigued, but I'm excited, I'm scared. Let's do this.
How has everything been turned against us?
That's the Underworld for you, man.
How did suffering become so endless? How am I to reunite with my estranged? Do I need to change? I'm surrounded by the souls of those I've lost. I'm the only one whose line I haven't crossed. What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea is me? What if I'm the monster? What if
So this whole Underworld theme has kind of this overarching music or overarching motives and overarching instrumentation that is just existential dread. And I think we kind of see Odysseus's, especially hearing within the music, like there's a lot of isolated instruments. The guitar in the beginning with Odysseus talking by himself always kind of pops up there, always gives that same feeling, no matter what, that this is Odysseus's inner thoughts, this is what he's thinking. But the long stretched out chordal feelings are used a lot in a lot of music media to go through these inner thoughts. This is an inner turmoil. Odysseus from the prophet, and again, this is just my interpretation of this, was, hey, the prophet said, if you don't change your ways through here, you will make it back home, but you will be a changed person. All your crew will be dead. And this is like, Odysseus is like, how do I change? How, am I a monster right now? What do I do? How can I face these people again? It's looming. It's such a change from how Circe's saga was. Like, you can tell how much the Underworld has affected Odysseus here. Oh my gosh.
I'm surrounded by the souls of
Just a
those
guitar
I've
and a
lost.
violin are so good together.
I'm the only one whose line I haven't crossed. What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea is me? What if I'm the monster? What if I'm in the wrong? What if I'm the problem that's been hiding all along? What if I'm the one who killed you every time I cave to guilt? What if I've been far too kind to
Those,
others, but a
like,
monster
the
to
choral,
ourselves?
the chorus in the background with, again, doing that same, I guess, danger motive, just maybe in a slightly different key. I'm gonna keep calling that the danger motive now. It just feels like it makes sense, but this is, it's haunting. And again, this is probably what Odysseus is going through in his head, thinking out, like, is this all my fault that everyone has ended up this way? I mean, like, they followed me blindly, and now look at all the suffering I've caused. Have I become the monster? And I know this is called monster. And as soon as he says the word monster, you have this, like, boom! You have this, like, bass drum hit that I think kind of represents, maybe this is all my fault from there, and it's powerful here. And I thought maybe they'd do more of a pulse there, but they didn't. It just stopped. So I want to, like, hear that again and then continue on.
What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea
Is me.
is me?
Yep.
What if I'm the monster?
Monster has that pulse. It's so effective.
What if I'm the problem that's been hiding all along? What if I'm the one who killed you every time I cave to guilt? What if I've been far too kind to foes, but a monster to ourselves? What if I'm the monster? Is the Cyclops struck with guilt when he kills? Is he up in the middle of the night? Or does he end my men to avenge his friend and then sleep knowing he has done right? When the witch turns men to pigs to protect her nymphs, is she going insane? Or did she learn to be colder when she got older and now she saves them the pain?
Honestly, he has very good points bringing up here. Plus, you have the dun 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 dun. You have these war drums on the bottom as Odysseus is kind of recollecting on all the enemies he's faced so far. Like the Cyclops was just trying to protect himself. Circe was just trying to protect the nymphs. This is a lot of, like, are we really the monster? And it like, again, the choirs with that looming danger chord progression do such a good job of amplifying this. It's so good.
Is the Cyclops struck with guilt when he kills? Is he up in the middle of the night? Or does he end?
That's all the heartbeats there with the bass line, or the bass drum.
When the witch turns men to pigs to protect her nymphs, is she going insane? Or did she learn to be colder when she got older and now she saves them the pain? When a god comes down and makes a fleet drown, is he scared that he's doing something wrong? Or does he keep us in check so we must respect him and now no one dares to piss him off? Does a soldier use a wooden horse to kill sleeping Trojans cause he is vile? Or does he throw away his remorse and save more lives with guile? If I became the monster, throw that guilt away.
Like, that's... Odysseus, I think, realizes that he was just as a monster as much as the Cyclops was, as much as Circe was for there. They all have their reasons for wanting to do what they are, and I think he's starting to realize that. And just the intensity of his voice building up as he's going through this recollection, and then boom, as soon as you hear monster again, that's when the progression resets. That's when everything starts to become calmer, and he'll probably start building that up again. It's such a nice build-up. It's like, wait, Poseidon, was he just trying to keep us in check? And it's a build-up. It's such a nice build-up, too. It gets that intensity. Intensity, resolve back to the original theme. It's such a cool way to move a story forward.
When the witch turns men to pigs,
because you can notice it'll build up with the intensity as we go forward with there.
Or did she learn to be colder when she got older and now she saves them the pain? When a god comes down and makes a fleet drown, is he scared that he's doing something wrong? Or does he keep us in check so we must respect him and now no one dares to piss him off? Does a soldier use a wooden horse to kill
more intense as he's getting closer to his truth?
Or does he throw away his remorse and save more lives with guile? If I became the monster,
and then resolve when we go back to the main melody or main theme.
Keep our foes at bay. If I became the monster to everyone but us and made sure we got home again, who would care if we're unjust? If I became the ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves, and deep down I know this well.
I love that the monster part there essentially sounds exactly the same as the Cyclops when he started talking from there. They kind of have the same small little melody line of bringing back the Cyclops. initial introduction, because the Cyclops looked like a monster to them at first. The roles have reversed here, so now it's like, you are the monster. The humans are the monster. Odysseus, you are the monster for destroying all these lives. And it's the realization from there is daunting. And again, all with the choirs in the background. It's a build up. It's a build up. It's a build up each time, and it's horrifying. It's daunting. It's beautiful. Oh, shivers still.
Oh, ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. And deep down, I know this well. I lost my best friend, I lost my mentor, my mom, 500 men gone. This can't go on, I must get to see Penelope and Telemachus. So if we must sail through dangerous oceans and beaches, I'll go where Poseidon won't reach us. And if I gotta drop another infant from a wall in an instant so we all don't die, then I'll become the monster. I will deal the blow, and I'll be...
And you go back to the when does a man become a monster motive. Oh, and he's just accepting his fate at this point. He's got to do what he's got to do to get everybody else back home, to be reunited with his family. And it's so intense there, because you hear the war drums building up, and it's like, welp, I guess this is just who I am. If this is what I gotta do, then boom, we will go and burn the world on our way over to try to get back home. And bringing the monster motive back, oh, it's beautiful. It's so good. It's,
we must sail through dangerous oceans and beaches. I'll go
like
where
the heavy
Poseidon won't
guitar
reach
part
us, and
there
if I gotta drop
knows that
another
he's
infant
becoming
from a
resolved
wall
for
in an
this
instant
again.
so we all don't die, then I'll become the monster. I will deal the blow, and I'll become the monster like none they've ever known. So what if I'm the monster lurking deep below? I must become the monster, and then we'll make it home. I'll become the monster.
This is him accepting his fate. Oh, this is him accepting his fate.
Became the monster.
Oh, God. It just the bomb at the end there. He's accepted his fate. Oh my gosh. This whole Underworld Saga has put me through a whirlwind of emotions, which I'm not used to, like, having that happen so, like, quickly for this one. All of these, like, sagas have had, like, a theme at one point or another, but this one put up a lot of emotional baggage into my head. Like, the Underworld being brought back, so each of the songs here, the Underworld being brought back, the Full Speed Ahead and Open Arms themes, and introducing, like, the mother and everything, it was intense. It made me actually cry here. Like, the more of these that get made, the better they become. Like, the composer's phenomenal at this. The No Longer You being very Kingdom Hearts / Night on Bald Mountain / very intense orchestra music put on there. Just get that sense of dread, of acceptance from there. And then Monster putting back, like, all the themes from Penelope and everyone. The danger motive constantly playing in the background through all three of these. It shows that Odysseus is willing to do anything to get back home right now, no matter how much of a monster it becomes, because really the things he has done to the people to get his crew home, he put them in danger with like making deals with gods and stuff, because he only has one thing: get back to Penelope. Is he losing himself within this journey? It's oh my god, I want more. And that's all there is of it right now. I want more, guys. I'm sad. But holy shit, I cannot wait for more of this to come out. It is powerful. And I felt like for this one I had to focus more on kind of the story as compared to the instrumentation, because this whole saga was about reintroducing all the motives up to this point, and then, like, this is just one of those, hey, we're gonna take these themes, these ideas, and turn them and turn them around their head, make them sound sinister, make them sound menacing. That way we can climax of the story with Monster and start getting to the second half of the story. Oh, this has been quite a journey I've gone on with these pieces. Like, this made me emotional, and this normally does not make me that emotional, so I want more. I want more! So maybe y'all can help me get more. If there's any other music things you want me to react to, by all means, put them in the comments. Let me hear about your own thoughts and processes of everything that's gone through here, because they've all of this has been amazing to kind of listen to. And I want to listen to more music with you guys, because let's just keep spreading it. Please, if you enjoyed what you saw, subscribe, comment. Let's spread Epic and spread other music like all around. I want more music to react to. What else do you guys want to see me talk about? Leave it in the comments. We'll see what we can come up with as time goes forward. I want more. I want more. All right, guys, that'll be it for today, though. Thank you for joining me on this musical journey. Let's see what more musical journeys we can go on to the future. Have a good day, guys, and see you later. Bye-bye!